It looks like a winter wonderland now, but how about a little taste of summer? Yeah, come on down, and this weekend we'll get a taste out at Expo, Idaho, where it's the 50th anniversary of the Boise Boat Show. It's from Friday noon to 8 p.m., Saturday 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Sunday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and I'll be there. I got a booth. Come on down. I'd love to see you all 3 days. I have the Weather Forecasting School Initiative, a new product, WFSI. For $7.99 a month, you get 45 online weather courses, but specifically forecasting courses that the pros, meteorologists like myself, those at the Weather Service, and those you see on TV use every day, where you can make a forecast as good as anyone. Come on down or check it out beforehand and then come down with questions. It's only $7.99 a month for 45 online courses where you learn to forecast like a pro. And for all the participants at the boat show, you're going to find out what the water supply is going to be like this summer. I'll have graphs and everything there for you to check that out, and we'll talk about it. You can try WFSI itself. I'll have giveaways and a green screen down there. So bring the kids on down. We'll get their picture, and then they'll be on the weather show with Vin Crosby right here on YouTube. So really looking forward to this upcoming weekend. We'll see more announcements as we go all throughout the week. Let's get to the weather forecast. So looking forward to the boat show this weekend. Really want you to come on down, say hello to me. You can see all the great boats, but you can come see me. It's all about me, right? Hey, let's talk about this weather forecast because we're not done with the cold air, folks. We're not done with snow, albeit it doesn't look like a whole lot, but wait till you see this cold air mass that is coming our way. You can see a little bit of it, or the weather pattern, I should say, on the satellite picture. This satellite picture, I'm going to get a little bit above it here so you can see a little bit more. And that's the logo. I want the satellite to go up here. Sorry about that. There you go. And let's do a little drawing here because, you know, I love to draw when it comes to the satellite picture. So this tells the story, though, and it's pretty clear cut. So this story here, of course, it's not that clear cut when I have to move the video, but I'll move the video down a little bit here. So now it is a little bit more clear cut when I draw, but clearly you can see the storm system here up in the Gulf of Alaska, which is right in through there. Here's Boise back through here, and then the Pacific Northwest coast. As we look at this, you can see the clouds kind of streaming up and follow the clouds. They dive down in towards the eastern and central areas of the country. Then we're underneath the ridge of high pressure here, so we're underneath what we call like an inversion pattern. However, what is going to happen is there is a buku amount of very Arctic air here and a little pocket just up over on the backside of Alaska. What will happen, though, as we go through time, we are going to see a buckle in the jet stream where we're going to start to see some of this cold Arctic air filter into the northwest from back to our north and east direction. And then an area of low pressure is going to form along the coast. That's going to add a little bit of snow, but I don't think it's going to be a whole lot for the gem state. But the problem is going to be is with the snow coming down in the northwest and the cold air in place, that's where our issues are going to come. I just noticed my bald head is above the screen here. That is beautiful. Way to go, Crosby. You the man. All right, so now you don't see the bald head anymore. And on that note, I did get my driver's license photo taken today, and as I posted on Facebook, some of you may have caught that post. More and more with each snapshot of the driver's license over the years, I am morphing and evolving into a turtle. I'm pretty convinced of it. Oh my goodness, what an awful picture it was. I'm not showing it either. All right, so let me get out of the way here with this satellite picture. Come back to this beautiful sunset I took up there around Boulder Lake, fly fishing up through there. I camped on that peninsula. It was beautiful. But let's take a look at the forecast that is coming our way for the cold air. So I've got a couple of graphics here for you I want to show you. First, we're going to take you to, this is a long-range forecast here It's a global forecast systems model, long-range forecast, United States in the middle. Now, there's a big snowstorm going on in the middle of the country right now. That is moving to the northeast over the next couple of days. There'll be a lot of wind and cold air on the eastern seaboard. Lots of rain for New England, then to change over to snow. But back here in the northwest, as we go through time, this is Tuesday night. As we go on in over the next couple of days, not a whole lot coming our way until we get in towards the early stages of the weekend. Friday and going into Saturday and Sunday, you'll start to see that cold air kind of moving in, and then snow showers coming in through the northwest. Now, we will see snow showers around Idaho, Oregon, back through Washington, and then in the Columbia River Gorge, mostly rain showers to start, but not a whole lot of precipitation with that system. This next system that's going to move on through, now you see a lot of snow and rain along the northwest coast. This is a big buckle in the jet stream. This will pull in that Arctic air coming on in from Canada down to the south. Now, coming up, I've got the European model, and you can see a real good distinction of where this cold air comes on in. But anytime you see those dashed lines, that's a little indication of temperature. And when they get down to the 490s, back over, into the Rockies, that's where the Arctic air kind of spills in. That 522 up around Seattle really worries me. Now, this goes in towards the weekend and into next week now. So we'll see a little burst of light snow showers, I think, on and off, and a lot of cold air reinforced back here into the northwest. So it's going to be a great weekend to come on in and check out the boat show. Get a little taste of summer, will you? Yeah, as we go in to the boat show. So that was the GFS. Now what I'm going to do is go to the European. Now the European, a little bit different, but it shows now a nice picture of the jet stream. The purple back up to the north, that's your Arctic air. Notice we're underneath a ridge. The yellow to green colors there, that's temperature. And the green, light green to the yellow, that's the 0 degree line, so around freezing. So watch as we go through time here and out over the next 7 days. Now we see a buckle in the jet stream, and watch this curl, this kink coming off the top of your screen right there. See it? Where the purples and blues start bending back towards British Columbia. Now around Seattle we see a big kink, and then that starts dropping on in across Portland, just north and northwest of Boise. That is what I'm talking about. That's the colder air coming on in. Now, we're not going to get the purples and the darker blues, which is the real Arctic stuff. That's going to be into Montana and east of Idaho, but there's going to be a nice chunk of what we call modified polar air that's going to move its way in towards Seattle, Portland, and then look at that big kink, that big curve in the jet stream going all the way down the west coast again. So the Sierra Nevada, Southern California, all getting into the cold air and snow. Now, across many other areas of the country, we get a lot of Arctic air moving on down through the Front Range, in towards Wyoming, back in towards Colorado. This is going to provide the ingredients for another major ice storm and snowstorm. Once we get by the mess that's going on out there right now, this is going on in towards a week from now. Another storm system coming our way with strong to severe storms in the southeast and cold Arctic air getting all the way down in towards the Mexico border. This is a little depiction just to show you the snow with the European model. It shows the snow that's coming on down across southern areas. But as we go through the motion here, right here, you can see now we see the big system that's going on right now, going up towards the Great Lakes in the northeast. That's going to be a pretty good snowmaker. But as we go through time here, going into the weekend, we're going to start to see out of the northwest that cold air kind of rotating through, and you'll see little patches of blue, some light snow starting to form there right along the British Columbia, Vancouver area. Now it's coming in towards Seattle in the northwest. We'll get one wave of some light snow moving on through the Treasure Valley. Don't think this is going to be a whole lot, but it'll pass on through. And then the second system will develop here, as you'll see, back towards Seattle, Portland, and dropping down the coast. Now that should nose enough into the real colder air that'll be in place to bring us light flurries, light snow showers, but with the temperatures that will be in place, even colder than what's out there now, that'll provide instant sticking of the snow down across most surface areas. Then you can see that big swath of snow heading into the Sierra Nevadas down through Nevada. What a snow season for them. And then that all expands towards the east and drops down in towards the south and the west. So that is what we're looking at with this system as it organizes and drops on into the northwest. So we're not done with the Arctic air. We're not done with the snow just yet. So come on down this weekend and check out the 50th anniversary of the boat show. But I'm going to have a water outlook for our snowpack outlooks and for the whole season of what we're going to see next summer as far as water supply goes. We're going to talk about that, so I'd love to have you come on down. And, of course, check out my new project, WFSI. It's found at WFSII.com. And it's only $7.99. Check it out. I'd love to get feedback on that and let me know what you think about what it's like to be a real forecaster with these 45 courses, online courses that anybody can do, and quizzes are associated with them as well.